What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's JC here. I am. It's not any prediction or review or preview video of the week for not this weekend, the following weekend. It's just a viewpoint on what we possibly can expect. Okay? Look, both South Africa and the All Blacks obviously had big wins this past weekend. I did reviews on it, and look, each side really had 40 minutes where they really showed what they are capable of. South Africa in the second half and the All Blacks in the first half of their game, funny enough. Okay? Now, what can we expect from the match in Ellis Park? And also, what do we actually expect from the Australia-Argentina game? Now, remember, there are two games. Although the Springbok All Black game is viewed as rightfully so, the big game, the one that everyone's licking their fingers for, people need to also really pay attention. Australia and Argentina have produced some good games as well. Alright? Argentina, only tier 1 team that I know of that can go from beating the All Blacks to getting, sorry for the words, effed up in the next game. And Australia, if you said to me, let's say, if you said to me in the year 2009, I'm not even going to when Australia were at their best, I'm talking about year 2009 already, that Australia were going to be hammered twice in a row for 2 weekends in a row at home by any team, with exception to the All Blacks, because All Blacks have done it many a times. But any other team, I would have said to you that I would have laughed at you in your face. Brisbane, South Africa, most probably, I would say, the second worst stadium for South Africa to play at. We won comfortably. Perth as well. And I mean, it's two away games for us, and the second game we still made 10 changes. Okay. Given that I may be contradicting what I said in the video, our win was still not convincing. It's still up in the air. Okay. Now, if Argentina show up like they did against the All Blacks in the first match, Australia's going to have a long day at the office. I think I feel that it will be another harding for the Wallabies. I think Argentina should possibly be going into this match as favourites. I'm not writing the Wallabies off here, because I think the Wallabies may have a redemption game here, where they look for redemption, play for pride, and an Aussie team that's playing for pride is something that's actually quite dangerous and interesting, right? Then you have Argentina, who's also playing for pride. Remember, they just lost 42-10, and there's no prouder or more passionate team than the Argentines. And their passion sometimes counts against him, sometimes it makes him dangerous. So look at the logistics of that, right? And with Felipe Contempomi, I saw glimpses of the coach that he is in the first test. And you can't really fault him for the Argentine performance in the second test. The guys just didn't show up. You can have a good coach. If you don't show up, particularly against the All Blacks, you're going to get hammered, especially at Eden Park. Now, I'm just quickly going. I just want to make sure before I say my next point. I want to make sure where this next game is where the Argentine Aussie game is being played. Now, please also bear in mind that Australia, I can't remember when last Australians actually beat the Argentines. But it couldn't have been that it couldn't have been very long ago. Now, I'd love to put a prediction down for this. If I'm frank, I'd love to put a prediction on it. But this is one of the games that I really cannot put a name on. Well, the upcoming two matches, or the upcoming 2 weekends, I really don't want to predict. Okay? I'll be honest. But if you said to me inside, I would put my heart on Australia, on the Argentines, adding more to Australia's misery. Not by a wide margin. Depends on which Argentine shows up. And the same goes for the Wallabies. Okay. August 31st will be in. Look, the August 31st, which is the next weekend, looks like we'll be heading to the Argentines. Okay. Yeah. The last time they met, Argentina won 34-31. Okay. Yeah. That was round 2. 34-31. Okay, it doesn't show any other fixtures, but yeah. If I'm also not mistaken, I think Argentina won the last 2 matches. Now we shift over to the other side of the spectrum. South Africa hosting the All Blacks, Ellis Park. Now it doesn't matter where these two sides play, it's always a big game. But, I'll say but, when it comes to Ellis Park, there's history there, 95 World Cup final. Not just that, it's the first time these two sides are meeting since this World Cup final. Now, in a lot of things. Okay. South Africa have won their last 2 games against the All Blacks. The only time that we won more than 2 matches in a row against the All Blacks, well, the last time was in the year 2009. Tri Nations won 3 in a row. Now, to put in 2009 doesn't really sound that long ago, but look at this. Listen to the time. 15 years. 15 years. Okay. Was when South Africa was still 2-time World Cup champions. Okay. Tri Nations was still a thing. Now, we had the 2011 World Cup, 2015, 2019, and 2023. 4 World Cups since then. Alright. Since then, now I'm counting this as a calendar year because we beat the All Blacks after August a year ago. Beat them again in the World Cup. Let's say we beat them on the 31st of August, will be 3 times in a calendar year. Okay. This isn't a weak All Black side. Everyone thinks, look, people, I don't know what the other countries are saying about this, but this side of the ocean, people are saying that the All Blacks will not win any of these 2 games. Now let's look at logic over here. And I do these videos as neutral as I possibly can. I'm a South African, I support the Boks. And I am one of the most positive people when it comes to the Springboks. But I'm also logical. This is a big game. Okay? South Africa have a habit of, when they are favourites, when they reach that level of favourites. Take the second match test against Ireland for an example, and not just that. The match against the All Blacks at last year's Rugby Championship. You know, we reach that level and then we drop. We have a brain fart. Okay. Another example is 2 years ago, 2022. Also, that match was played at Ellis Park. We beat the All Blacks comfortably in Nelspruit. And then we had a brain fart. A big brain fart. Look at the scoreline for that. And it will tell you. Okay? Now, am I wrong in saying that we as rugby supporters should really have more respect for the All Blacks? Actually, I don't know if respect is really the word, because we respect our foes, you know. We respect the All Blacks. That's why we enjoy beating them. We like it when we beat them because they're so good and we respect them. Okay? But writing them off is really not something that I would count as something to do. Okay? Then, on the other side of the spectrum as well, you have the All Blacks. You got a good win over the Argentines. Okay? I think it's a bit of pressure lifted off their shoulders as well, particularly in terms of Razor. I don't think. Look, I believe Razor is a good coach, winning 7 Super Rugby titles with the Crusaders. It's no small feat. Okay. During that and after that, he's won 2 games against the English and a big one over the Argentines. And also you have that win over Fiji and all the other. The All Blacks haven't really had easy games leading up to this one. I actually think this early stages of the season was the All Blacks, the toughest that the All Blacks had in a while. They had 2 games against England, and you still played Fiji. There's a strong Fijian side that actually played in the World Cup quarterfinal. And it doesn't matter when you play the Pacific Nations. So guys are big and it's physical rugby. Okay. So also Cut raises some credit there. I still believe he's a good coach. Right? Criticism is not due for him. And I mean, as I said in the review of the first All Black game against Argentina, was just too good. Two sides playing beautiful rugby, and Argentina were on top that day. It's rare, but people forget that this isn't the Argentine side from before 2012. This Argentine side has played Super Rugby for the last 12 years. So, give them credit. Okay? So, look, I'm not going to do a prediction yet. I want to see the squad selections for this. Okay? But I believe let's go into this weekend. Not this weekend, sorry. Next weekend. Respectfully. Have respect. Banter. Let's have banter. But be respectful. That's the spirit of rugby. Okay? Look, I'll be bantering from my end, But just because I respect the All Blacks. And everyone knows, people that watch my videos, I love All Black rugby. I love the rugby that they play. They don't have to play against the Springboks. I still watch them play. They play good rugby. And people can say what they want. Super Rugby, look, it's not as popular as what it used to be, but it's because people stopped watching it. It's still entertaining rugby. It's running rugby, and a lot of points are scored. You get different brands of rugby. Each is attractive in its own way. So now, anyways, guys, enough of me for now. Please leave a comment in the comment section if you have anything to say, and like my video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel. Cheers, y'all.